Well, hello, and welcome to the Fisher Poetry Podcast, a showcase of prose, poetry, and song written and performed by those in the commercial fishing community. Mostly. I'm your host, Brad. Thanks for joining us today. Today's episode is from the 2024 FisherPoets Gathering in Astoria, Oregon. The location and performers in this episode, as well as links to home pages of both the archive and gathering, are included in the episode description. So, without further ado, here's the show.
Well, we're going to finish up here. We got a couple songs, and then let me invite you to head over after this, if you've got nothing else to do, to the Fisher Poets at the Line. Was one of our few competitions, and it's as competitive as a family softball game. So there'll be no hard feelings when we're done. But we got some folks who are dialed in to give us a little competition over there next door at 10 o'clock, or as quickly as I can get over there afterwards. And we'll do that for most of an hour, or whatever else you like. So Jane and I are going to give you a couple songs, and we'll call it a night.
Take this one right here. Give you that one.
See? Oh, I think there.
It's been a while since we've done this one.
Which one are we doing?
Wood smoke?
Wood smoke. No, but you need the right harmonica, which I think is this one.
So what key are you in now? Don't worry, this is part of the act.
So we're playing this one in C minor.
C minor?
We got one guitar, but we have 47 harmonicas. There it is.
There it is. It's a true story. Long time ago, it happened. It had a happy ending. When she told me she was leaving, I prayed it wasn't so. After all that we've been through, man, I hated to see her go. I took her in the same skiff to catch the early flight. Drifted out in the channel till the plane went out of sight. Saw a long dark cloud come down. The sky turned steely gray. I felt a cold wind blowing on a bright and sunny day. Ever since she left, I've been so down and broken-hearted. Haven't been myself at all since the day that she departed. When I saw her to the gate, I couldn't find the words to say. We held each other one last time. She turned and walked away. I thought we'd be together through thick and thin. Now she's flown like so much wood smoke on the wind. When that jet plane lifted off into a clear blue sky, I was feeling so marooned, I had to hang my head and cry. Seems my ship has hit the rocks, train has jumped the tracks, the lady's gone, stole my heart, fear she won't be back. I hear the night bird call, she soothes me in my sorrow, but the night bird always flies away tomorrow. Ever since she left, I've been so down and broken hearted. Haven't been myself at all since the day that she departed. When I saw her to the gate, you know, I just couldn't find the words to say. Held each other one last time, then she turned and walked away. I thought we'd be together through thick and thin, and now she's flown like so much wood smoke on the wind. All right. Thank you.
The harmonica never forgets the words.
Yeah.
And Jay, if he forgets the words, he makes it up with the next harmonica break. That was you. You should forget the words more often.
Oh, man. I'll work on that, John.
Well, I'm just thrilled to look up and see a couple of my deckhands there. Byron, welcome. Byron's he's a legend in our crew. He's a #1 deckhand up there in Nushagak. And you were here perhaps when Alana told the story about setting that naked day, and Byron has some experience with that, as well as my boys. We don't have to explain too much about it. These lyrics might be a little dated, as Alana pointed out to me once up there at Nushagak when we were singing it, but this is the way it started, because of course setting that naked day is 20-year-old tradition now. And not everybody knows about setting that naked day up there in Bristol Bay, and sometimes the tendermen don't know. And one time, our boys, our crew, showed up to deliver fish wearing nothing but their permit cards around their necks. And a gentleman who was the tenderman, well, he didn't know what was going on. So this is the story of it. Okay, I'll do my best.
There you go.
June, they pull their waders on. Now July 4th has come and gone. From dawn to dusk and dusk to dawn, they swelter or they freeze. They wear lots of poly where the sun don't go. They button up their hairless when she starts to blow. But it's Bristol Bay, not the Costa del Sol, till the 7th of July. It's not very pretty, it's a little risque. Looks like a painting by Edouard Manet. The fish are naked, so are they on set that naked day. You don't shed your shirt, don't go halfway. Gloves and cap for the expose. You might keep the women and the children away on set that naked day. Just remember when you're fishing, bear, wear sunscreens. Take another go at it, good Jay. Just remember when you're fishing, bear, wear sunscreen, take fish with care. Don't let your gear get tangled there on set that naked day. It's not very pretty, it's a little risque. Looks a little like a painting by Dwyer Manet, but the fish are naked, so are they on set that naked day. You don't shed your shirt, don't go halfway. Gloves and cap for the expose. You might keep the women and the children away on set that naked day.
All right.
Let's give them ghost seiners and let them go home.
Okay. Let's try this.
All right. You want me to keep all that up a little bit, or you want to try it right here?
Right there. This is a popular song that we wrote. Somebody else stole it and made it into a cowboy song. But it's about coffee drinking, really, actually. Fisherman was anchored up one dark and stormy day, taking refuge at the head of Lonesome Bay. Started drinking coffee, he'd been there all day long, called that stuff the devil's brew, 'cause he liked it real strong. He'd stepped on deck to relieve himself and was standing at the rail. Happened to glance skyward as the storm above him wailed, when all at once the heavens opened and right before his eyes he spied a ghostly seine boat come roaring across the sky. Skiffy-I-O, Skiffy-I-A, ghost seiners in the sky. The lonely fisherman rubbed his eyes in shock and disbelief as a school of ghostly salmon now appeared out in the east. The ghost skipper manned the flybridge, his crew stood by the net. Skiff man jumped aboard his skiff. They commenced to make their set. And when the skiff had pulled away and the net was running fair, the ghost skipper hollered out to him, "Hey, you down there, we seem to be short-handed here. Why don't you join our crew? We're rounding up the devil's fish. We could use a man like you." Skiffy-I-O, Skiffy-I-A, ghost seiners in the sky. The storm that swirled around him now raged on inside his head. He'd never been approached before by someone who was dead. To say he wasn't tempted by the offer would be a lie. He considered throwing in with them, but he didn't want to die. The coffee'd made him crazy, he cursed the devil's brew. Though he didn't want to face it now, he knew what he had to do. The only way to save himself was to leave that lonesome bay. As he drove his boat into the storm, he thought he could hear them say, Skiffy-I-ho, Skiffy-I-yay. Ghost sailors in the sky. Ghost sailors in the sky. Oh, hit him out.
Let her go.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, man. Well, that's it for us.
Astoria Brewing Company, thanks for having us tonight. It's a big ask for you guys, and thanks for making us feel at home here. Thanks so much.
Thanks for coming.
All right. Thank you for sticking and staying.
Well, that's it. This one's in the tote. The Fisher Poetry Podcast is written and produced by Brad Wortman. The theme music for this episode is courtesy of Mark Allen Lovewell and Molly Knoll. If you'd like to appear on or have comments about the show, please send an email to thefisherpoetryarchive@gmail.com. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe to haul the latest episodes into your net. The Fisher Poetry Podcast is available via our podcast host, Podbean, as well as Apple, YouTube, and Amazon. You can listen to our other podcast episodes, watch our YouTube videos, and join our community by going to thefisherpoetryarchive.com. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you on the next one.
Come all young sailormen, listen to me. I'll sing you a song of the fish in the sea. Blow, ye winds, westerly, westerly blow. We're bound to the southward, so steady she goes.